Find something pneumatic, I guess you can attach it to it, but I'm reclaiming a metal right here. I'm going to have like a little like mounts for your table. They like just have it attached to essentially. That would be like the second half of it.
What
But,
printer do
yeah,
you have?
I have a Bamboo Lab P1S right now. I'm probably buying like
They look so
another
good.
Bamboo Lab. They're really good.
Okay.
They're a little bit expensive in a way, but they're really good performance. I don't know, like I do like them, but I saw this other company making like essentially the same thing or even better for like half the price. So they're not out yet, so I'm like waiting to buy them, I guess.
Do you sell your 3D printed products?
I do, but my web shop is currently on pause. So,
Okay.
but you can buy it on Etsy. But you can buy it on Etsy right now. So that's the thing. Like, my dedicated shop is currently not functional. I mean, it's in redevelopment.
That's fine. Could you
I can
DM me your Etsy?
I'll just drop it in search at the small simple thing.
Yeah.
That's the current tray. I believe the shipping should be up to date. I hope so, because I really have to check that. Let me double check, because I did make some changes to shipping. And I hope it's not like gonna have me like overpay for shipping and make like negative profit on this if someone orders from a certain country. So
it's fine. I just followed it for the time being, but I'll certainly support your shop.
Thank you. No, that's more in depth, so I can see the product properly then.
I really want to get a 9x39 rifle, but they're so pissy. But look, so many sick rifles I could get here. DBL-10.
Secret rifles.
Are you you're on the Op 4 side?
Let me join back on my computer one second.
No, I'm blue. I'm NATO.
Ah.
Actually, no. I must be fucking Russian. Yeah, I must be Russian. I don't want an AK. What should I take? Look at that thing.
It's incredible how much better the audio actually is on my computer. Like, it's a good pair of headphones that I have, like the Sony new Sonys, and they're really good.
Do you enjoy the SVD?
Can you see my screen?
SPD?
Yeah.
I just can't.
Is that a...
I can't get the shots on very well with it.
Well, the thing with 9x39 is it's such a slow cartridge, slow velocity.
I normally go for this.
So the SVD has the armor piercing incendiary. I highly recommend the one called Zenit, the Zenit SVD.
Yeah, Zenico. I'm trying to find like a good. What about a RPK, the long ice barrel?
Oh, those got M61 rounds in it. Okay.
See what I can do with this.
I'm gonna get those the game for you in just a minute, T-Wolf.
That sounds good. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you...
This is my favorite.
I think.
Yeah, look at how many fucking. Look at all these sites. Jesus.
I think if you can run it, I think you'll fall in love with it. It's a fantastic game.
I can probably run it quite well, but not like to the extreme, I guess.
Yeah, I think
I can always upgrade my graphics card.
Medium settings.
Yeah, medium probably max. It'll be fine.
You can get thermobaric fucking GLAs. It's a compaction fucking launcher.
What's the? Oh, sorry. There's a delay. Oh, really? I'm gonna start using those on the server
I was gonna,
when I play.
I was gonna suss this out. Like this would have to be. Let's carry a proper.
I made it so. We currently have the shipping only to within Europe, I believe.
Okay.
I could just no, I could just adjust it actually because I have to edit the shipping cost in a way.
What is that?
It's like it's not cheap to ship it to like when it's DHL I'm using, so it's like I think 40 euros, yeah, 40 euros to ship it like anywhere in the world basically. But DHL Express it will be delivered in like 2-3 days. It's crazy actually.
Is there like a snail mail, like a option where it could take a while?
There would be the option. There would be an option that I could integrate. I mean, I'm probably capable of like shipping this. But the cheapest possible option is like untracked essentially, but that's not something you want to do as a shop. I could look into like the e-commerce part of DHL because I'm currently like getting them to integrate.
Okay.
I'm not sure if they ship overseas because it's not going to be possible. I think because they ship mostly by land, actually only by land, like trucks or I think trains even.
Yeah. I like the your coffee design. I think it's fantastic.
Okay. I should probably look into like cheaper options to ship because it's definitely something I will also
A bullpup
offer essentially.
shotgun?
Wait, which one is it?
What the hell? Look at this thing.
Pop-ups are always nice.
Gross.
Oh, the
Oh.
PKPB is what you're talking about. That's actually a fantastic gun. It's not bad.
I would run a PK
It just
any day of the week over it.
yeah. PKM's better because they have armor piercing rounds.
And they're light as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put on what sort of a site?
I should probably build my new store quickly.
Do you like Trichicons? I haven't used the Elcan yet. I want to try it out.
Standard use in the Aussie Army.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I don't have any military experience myself. I'm just, you know, I know a lot about firearms being in America.
Right. And that's the interesting thing about like that I find like with easy access of like people in the US essentially like having easy access to like all these advanced weapons essentially like rifles essentially like full automatic, semi-automatic rifles. And then they like buy one and they get one and you don't really have the training to use it or you don't really know like in which situation I should use it. They're just like, oh, it's home defense and it's a little bit overkill obviously. It's very overkill. But it's weird that I don't know, like there's certain people that are like just I have a rifle and now I'm like fully entitled to use it, but they're not really trained to use it essentially.
Right, exactly. Well, there's two sides to that. Like, there's the educated and those who about their.
All you need to know to be
Yeah,
a proper gun owner is one, treat every firearm like it's loaded.
Absolutely.
Second,
Yeah, absolutely.
don't fucking point a weapon at anything you're not willing to destroy.
Yes. Also considering that, like,
Keep your finger off the fucking.
I would always say like just trigger discipline, all that stuff, but it's more about like I don't know, like personally, I don't really have too much experience with firearms, but just weapons in general. Always consider like even a blade like as its intended purpose. Like, it could be a tool, but you always have to like if someone has something on them, and you always have to consider like what is someone capable of doing. Like even if they don't have any kind of weapon on them, that's kind of what I'm. Like if you bring someone like if you're carrying something yourself, then it's like potentially giving them a weapon essentially. Like it's just bringing a weapon into the situation is not something you just have on you.
If an untrained person put a pistol on me, chances are that they're going to
Yeah.
get the pistol used on them. But
Yeah.
And the thing is pistols in general are very inactive to an untrained person.
Yeah. Pistols are not easy.
I mean, especially if you do like, if you do point blank essentially, like just like pull a gun up and you're like a meter away from the person. Yeah, that's
In fact, I don't even agree
not
with
going
red
to be
dots.
very
I
effective
don't even
even.
agree with red dots on.
I don't either.
Pistols.
Yeah, I really don't.
Why even? Like, I mean, unless you like
Because when you
getting an
pull it-
advantage
when you
from
pull it out of your holster,
quickly selecting targets. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
you're basically pointing the fucking pistol right there, because you're that close. So
Sorry.
you know what I mean? Like you get out,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're pointing.
And then they're normally only 0 to 25 meters, the maximum.
So I only have like actual like if you would consider the experience like with airsoft like quite a bit actually and like if you could consider like any kind of training with that, it's just more like the reflex you train with them and that kind of stuff. But
I did train.
Yeah, there's
it is definitely training because like it was handled very seriously like when I did it.
I did, when I was a second commando, what am I finished? Yeah, second commando regiment, which is basically the same as like your
Yep.
Ranger regiment, 75th Ranger regiment. Those guys were fucking above and beyond that.
Всем позывным. Это жатва 01. Припасы сейчас можно запросить с базы штанга. Конец связи.
Yeah, good things once. Right.
What was I even saying? I got
You were talking about like someone playing airsoft essentially, I think, and like just practicing it as
I
like
played
training.
enemy party for second
combat.
commando. So
Yeah.
second commando and SASR, they needed. SASR is like our Delta Force or SEAL Team 6.
Yeah.
And they wanted like 150 people to attack. So we were all put in positions, all told what to do. We all had AKs and stuff. And I remember saying,
But it's like a little bit black. Yeah.
all we got told was the NATO knows that you're here. They might do a patrol past you, and then said, "All right, to my mate, let's go look for some of these guys. It won't be hard to spot. They'll have night vision on." As soon as I heard that, I heard "get down," and then crack, crack, crack. 3 chalk rounds across my chest, and they killed me and my section of 8 people in about 30 seconds. And that's not. That's
Right,
not
it's
people
quite
that-
efficient.
That's not people that don't know how to fight. That's full trained infantry soldiers.
Yeah, and like
Всем позывным. Это
quite the
жатва
standard from like NATO forces, I guess. And from which nation were they mostly? Like the ones you were up against?
Australian.
Right. Okay. Because as far as I know, like the Nordic countries are very well prepared. I mean, especially Finland. Like Finland is outstanding. You know, like just everyone. Also, like there's a few countries in Europe. Like they're just like just preparedness and like awareness of like potential threats. They're like outstanding on all those fields because it's like Switzerland also because Switzerland is obviously neutral, but just the preparedness of the people in general. Like just it's very good. And yeah, Finland is gonna be Arctic warfare. That's like they're gonna be like the elite units and all those. All gonna be like very well trained for like just the climate essentially. Conditions. No, that's gonna be very rough on the especially from someone that's used to like Australian climate.
I was trained in jungle warfare and like counterinsurgency, Afghanistan sort of shit.
Yeah. So I would actually be more comfortable with like a colder climate myself. So like Ukraine would actually be right for me. Climate-wise, I'm not saying like conditions from the war, but I think Finland is like if you would find in Nordics or something that's gonna be very rough if you're not used to it.
Oh, fuck yeah. Not let alone fighting in it. Same as the jungle though, to be fair. Like.
I mean, obviously you need to like have multiple layers on. You need to like be prepared, be trained, like how to handle the freaking cold and the snow.
I tell you, I wouldn't be ready for any of that. The only place that I would be comfortable in an environment would be somewhere where I know the land. like where I know my backyard, where I know my land, where I can
Honestly,
know my azimuth.
yeah,
That's like someone if
I
someone
would
comes
be.
to my house in the middle of the night and I have a gun and they've got a gun. Like,
Mhm.
let the games
Yeah.
fucking begin, cunt, because you are not leaving my house alone.
Yeah.
Not a chance.
I mean, I've been in the only situation I've been in, like in that kind of like home defense kind of thing, was like in family property, like a family-owned forest, piece of forest, and it was like just like someone trying to get in, and it was like I was much smaller, I was like a kid back then. I was like 14, I think. He was like really like just kind of like trying to push me aside, and like I'm not no dude, it's private property. If you try to enter like without our permission, we have the right to actually like just do whatever the fuck we want. Like we can
Yeah.
move you out, we can stab you, we can do whatever we want. I cannot like as a 14-year-old or something. I was very tall, so but it's just like I had to make that clear to him, and it's probably the first time in that I just got something like that with home defense. But I didn't actually have to knife him or stab him or whatever, like do anything that would injure him. But yeah, you don't have to, you don't want to avoid that at all costs, obviously. But it's like if someone is actually trying to get in, and has, especially if they have bad intentions, just like get in.
Pistol that I've
Yeah,
got.
just
Fuck yeah, this is not a
wait.
bad fucking
Where's it?
get out. It's a Glock with a it's like a weapon I can get around.
Where are you showing it? Like in the game itself, right? So on this stream, I guess. Just I should open.
Oh wow, that one's got the pistol brace
Yeah. There's a better
and the
one
front
though.
mag.
There's also
Bigger media.
this one.
Right. What can you show? You can show the pistol.
How
Yeah.
many Jeffrey uses
Oh.
this?
Bennett, there's like a 30-second delay from stream to us. Just to let you know.
Okay, I'm showing it now.
Yeah, probably. There should be like a delay, obviously, a little bit.
Nice looking little gun.
Oh yeah, it's like, is it?
Oh.
It's not a Glock, is it? Or was it?
It's like an
No,
M.
it's more like it looks more like
It's
I don't
A
know,
SIG. It looks like a SIG.
1911 kind of.
Looks like
I
a
can't
SIG,
really tell,
yeah.
but like just the shape
I
from
don't want to drop a SIG though.
Yeah.
yeah.
Especially the P320s.
Okay, I really can't tell what it is, but
We replaced our high
honestly, like FN Hurstel does like a little bit of overkill on their pistols. It's like armor piercing rounds on a pistol.
I used
Come on, dude.
fucking Browning high power for a long time.
Yeah. The grip is a little bit too large, I feel like, because obviously they have to like integrate large, like relatively large caliber bullets.
My favorite is a
Like
10 millimeter. It has this. It has the same power as a 45, essentially, like when it comes to velocity. It has higher velocity, but it's essentially a little bit bigger than a 9 millimeter. But you get the double stack, so you can have high capacity, but you still have the power. Let me send you a video of the 10 millimeter. You'll see what I'm talking about.
I'm just checking out the FN Hurstel website for some reason. What is a new like update to your website? Yes.
Let me see if they make 10 millimeter FNs.
So try a thermobaric fucking.
I mean,
launcher.
They're probably two, but they're more like specialized in I think 4.6 it is or something, like just armor piercing rounds in a lot of things.
Oh, 4.6. That would cost you an arm and a leg just to buy the ammo. That's
I think they have like this special kind of round, something like it in their pistols, but I'm not sure which round is exactly.
so I know what you're talking about. The 4.6 by 30 millimeter is essentially the MP7 round. If you ever seen the MP7 from like
it is.
Counter
I know an
Strike.
MP7. I had an MP7 in Airsoft for quite a while. It's a really nice replica to have. But
Check if the thermobaric warheads work the way they're meant to, like if they shoot out a fucking. Oh, they do. That's sexy.
let's see.
It'll come up on my stream when it's
So yeah, it's pretty like actually like a micro version of like, yeah, it's micro version of 5.56 essentially. That's what it really is.
I wouldn't say I wouldn't compare it to 5.56 because it has a lot.
300 blackout is what you want for home.
Yeah,
There's a lot
300 blackout.
Right.
Won't over penetrate. It will absolutely destroy someone's day.
Honestly, like, if I would have to choose like one type of rifle, I would probably go with the AK platform. Just because it's very easy to like, it's quite reliable. It definitely depends, but it's like a very reliable platform. Like, it's less accurate, I guess, than like most AR-15s, but it's so much more robust. And if you actually have to just choose one rifle, it is very easy to like just replace parts and just without any tools, just like take care of it essentially.
I had a
Designed to be like.
Look up on Google F90 Ozfire. That's what we use.
Oh, you had F90s?
And we have
No
we
way.
have the Alcan 1 to 4 slide on top of them now. Every soldier. So every
Wait, hold on.
every infantry
I'll
soldier,
F90.
every infantry
No.
soldier gets the suppressor, the 1 to 4 silencer, and Arma plus multiple other things. Not all.
Всем позывным.
Beautiful firearm, fantastic build quality.
You just mean the stair arc essentially, right?
Just a trigger.
Or like a specific version of it? Actually, the
Yeah, it's
ARG
because of all the
ARG3
linkage and the bullpup.
honestly, the ARG3 it really looks very nice actually. Like the shorter version essentially. Like I really like the look of that.
That's a full length barrel, like.
What a huge
Yeah, no, it is because bullpup, yeah. Like you have the extended version and like a little shorter version. I think.
Because we do a lot of jungle warfare stuff, it's best for us.
No, definitely. Like it's always a good idea to have like a bullpup in any close combat like situation or something where you're like having like a lot of things around you that get attached to you, like a jungle, I guess.
I use that
Please.
not with conventional forces, but special forces. Because again, I wasn't a part of them, I didn't pass their selection. I just attached them for quite a while. They used
Yeah.
M4 platforms.
Yeah, 15. Then.
For once, HK.
I think the German variety, like the HK, I just honestly like the look of it is really nice to me. But if I ever actually like would do any kind of training, like actual military training, it would probably be like within Belgian military. So then I would have to like either have a fall or probably like more of a scar. So it's gonna be quite bulky of a rifle, but it's gonna be very capable rifle.
Hey, T-Wolf, I put, we were talking about pistols earlier. This is the one that I highly recommend. Like, it's amazing in America. It's just...
Why do you like
6 B-tunes.
It's good for hunting.
See,
10 mil is good for hunting.
Australian special operations command, they went with the 45 ACT, I can't remember what pistol it was. Basically, 9 mil.
Yeah, it's really not when you come to range, when it comes to like distance.
Pulling your pistol, you're gonna mag, like, you start pulling the trigger as you're pulling it out of your fucking, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So right now, like I have a actually it's classified as a bow. It's a repeating crossbow, but I think I showed Banner maybe before. But it's just like 3D printed repeating crossbow that I can infinitely basically print the ammo for. The bolts I can just 3D print. They're not gonna be very accurate if they're just purely 3D printed, but they're gonna be quite
Fucking
able.
go out and fight people that you
Yeah.
they're pretty deadly.
Which are you talking about, like crossbows or?
In
Or
Eastern,
pistol.
all sorts of fucking shit. Crossbows, throwing knives,
Yeah.
arbitrage
Right. Yeah. No.
even rocks.
It is a 6-shot mag essentially on top. Yeah. Wait, we're talking about actual combat or just like a?
Oh, when I was in Eastern,
We're talking about-
they were just I got blown up by a Molotov cocktail.
Oh right. Okay.
And then I And then he got punched in the gut with a 40mm pattern round.
Right.
He was
No, but I think it's actually really effective for close range, the crossbow to have, because it's
Oh, yeah.
with the bolts. But it's like 200 pounds or something like this. The force behind it. Last time I built it, I really have to rebuild it because it's not functional right now.
Oh, can I show you something that's legal in your country? Like when you're talking about crossbows?
Sure.
Okay.
Not much
This is like even legal to just carry around your house. Like you can technically a bow you can just carry around on the street, but I mean, it's not going to be the case with a crossbow. I feel like, but yeah, it essentially if I would have the urge to put it in my backpack or something for whatever reason, it's allowed, but I'm not going to do that unless I have a good reason.
This website, it's a German company, and
Yep.
it's legal across the EU.
I know. Go gun, yeah, I know Go gun. Interceptor,
check
I've
out.
heard about Interceptor, but is this the one with the bottom fed mag? There's one with the bottom fed mag. Yeah, that's Interceptor, yeah. Yeah, I was thinking actually for a bit like I was considering buying it, but
Have you seen the
I'm just more eager to just like.
bullpup AK?
Melee bullpup AK. I've seen a bullpup AK I think before, but it was.
Whoa. Weird. I'm looking at this right now. It's amazing.
What's that?
So,
The Malyuk.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's cool.
So yeah, one second. Let me just show you what I have right now as a reference. It's not fully built right now, but you can get the gist of it. It's the main shape is built. So play some parts.
I'll be right back for just 1 second.
Yeah, no,
I'm behind enemy lines anyway.
this is a little crossbow that's not currently fully built. There you go.
Ooh, nice.
Nice color scheme as well, I feel like. Just little accent colors. It's lever action, so you can actually have a lot more force go towards the lever.
Yeah, it's really
And little to no.
aren't more popular than bolt actions. I think it's.
Honestly, yeah.
I think they say because a bolt action is meant to be more fucking accurate.
Silent. No, it's more about like the action you have to take when you're laying down. I feel like for like sniper rifles and all that, like just it's just you're not gonna be able to do it with lever action. And I would honestly like prefer like a Winchester or whatever it is, like just a lever action rifle. If it's like fast combat and you still have like an option for something between like a rifle and a bolt action. I was actually thinking like. At one point, I was trying to make a build in airsoft to have a lever action rifle with a scope on it as a sniper rifle, with like within the legal limits of the power you can have for a sniper rifle.
Build a F90. No one will have one of them. It'd be hard to build though.
I mean P90 or no
No,
F90?
I'll show you it in
Oh right, yeah, no, that's yeah. I think I know. 1 second. Is
It's
that
the modern AUG Steyr.
Yeah, that's the F and Hersel one, right?
You know, since they've built that
Is that wrong?
6.8mm 6-spear, Australia's gonna build a 0.8mm.
Oh no, I was thinking of the which one was it actually like?
I'll show you. I use the EF.
The
I use the original,
F2000. I was thinking.
the fish gun.
I was thinking of the F2000s. That's like probably like one of the better bullpups in my opinion. Like the F2000, like a really bulky one, but it's a serious. I do like it kind of. I kind of like it,
The fish gun.
just because it's more like compact.
To be honest with you, a lot of Americans don't like
Do you know what
bullpups.
apple cider vinegar does?
No,
to
I get
liver?
that.
Watch
No, I also the first airsoft thing I bought was like a P90, and I was like, yeah, no, actually, it's not as nice to actually to carry.
Well, the only issue that I have with it is the linkage from the trigger to the barrel, like to the it's so long.
So if you train for it, it's alright. But
Mhm.
Mhm.
yeah, But for CQB,
Certainly.
for CQB and stuff, it's probably better to have. I think
Pistol or
I think
some
it's
kind
better.
of smart.
I think it's better to have just a fucking 10.5-inch barrel with an AR. Ooh, they do
blowback
have
guns
an
of the last few
F90
years.
spare
The
arms.
Kirby Lithgow F90 for the F90 and made their airsoft replica version of the F90. It's actually mainly used
send it to
for
you
the
too, if
purposes
you wanna
of
share.
training for the Australian Armed
Yeah,
Forces.
sure.
They use
Wanna
this
show one?
as a training.
They use these as training fucking aids. You can buy a Lithgow
Oh, yeah.
Arms airsoft.
Yeah, but I mean, if I would buy
I'd love
something
to
for
get back
FF7,
into
like an
airsoft.
AK platform. Yeah, I really want to as well, but then I checked like where I can actually play in my country, like or nearby, like a neighboring country. Only real option is like either I go to like Germany or something like that, and in Belgium it's like kind of gone right now. It's like one company maybe does like several locations, but if I want to get back into it, I would really have to like just find a way to play like once a month or something like that, and it's looking grim. It would be possible with this one company, I guess, but it's just I want a little bit more options than just one type of locations and all that.
I'll send you a picture.
Is your
Usually this
I'll send you a video
Oh,
of
go ahead.
my old regiment doing their amphibious stuff if you want to play it, so I can show off how sick I was.
yeah, I'm having a look at the first video of F90. KWA.
We arrive on
Actually, the MP7 was, I think it was KWA, yeah.
seeking out the enemy.
Share from the video, wrong one. You have a big exercise every second year called Talisman Saber.
Yeah.
Yeah. Share the screen and I'll watch it with you if you can be bothered.
I realized. Well, I can share. Yeah, we'll see. Give me a sec.
What's his name? Jacob might.
What's up,
Hold
my
up.
friend?
I
Sorry,
think
I'm
I-
typing
Type
in my
some
codes.
The codes. All right. Wait, does that mean you're getting me the game? No.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you the game.
That's awesome, man.
Do you want to
Oh,
watch
definitely.
why Australians still use the book up? Chris Cappy put a video up about that. You just have to share it. I'll put it in the side chat.
Yeah. Awesome. Just play the one video on stream while I get more coffee. I need more coffee. Right. I won't have audio, I think, on my stream because of Linux not having it fully integrated.
As well as the accompanying bayonets. So prior to the F88, in Australia, we were using the L1A1 SLR, which was a large rifle in.
Right.
Australia's actually making what they call ACR.
Lovely.
Oh yeah, have a look at this.
Right.
Jacob, if you can be bothered. This was a
Of course.
exercise I did, one of the last before I left. And
There's no folk down the stream.
no sound.
Is there audio actually? I don't think there is audio. Right? Like from my end, like it's not streaming the audio thing.
It's muted on your end. You just have to turn it up.
Yeah, I assume because like no, it's just the throughput that's not making it because it needs a plugin or something. I got it to work once and then I remember it being like a whole process.
Don't worry about it. It's okay. We can still watch it.
I can see your
No.
your audio. Yeah, so I was with 2nd Commando Regiment. We jumped in. That's us there. Got ribs. Sold in the airfield while I think 75th Ranger direct attacked it, and then Delta Force and Green Berets were fucking sniping and shit. But once you do this shit, you can't go back to the regular army.
No, I'm assuming there's a threshold from like when you actually reach like a
You
certain
get to use one
level of
these
training or
or
just the
fucking
experience.
F9, yeah.
Right, yeah, it's Air 15 on that one.
Have
Okay.
you ever turned it up? what'd you say? It's not working.
No, it's just not working. Like it.
Oh, yeah.
If I turn up, it's not gonna do anything. I think.
Wonder why. Yeah, doesn't matter. How sick are those?
No, it's not audio.
Although that wouldn't be realistic in
It is very bad with audio.
modern day
Honestly.
theatre of war having an AC-130 gunship in the air.
It wouldn't be realistic.
No, there'd be too much. So this is us now. We're clear in the room.
Yeah.
No, because there'd be too much. It'd be too contested. The airspace.
Hold up. Is this training or is this actual combat?
This is training. So it's American Special Forces.
Exercise. Yeah, I see.
Japanese
Yeah.
Special
Yeah, I see.
Forces. And God knows.
No, because I assumed so, because like you're not gonna have that kind of footage with just like GoPros or whatever. Hello, person.
Hello.
Hello.
Because this is how we'll be operating in the island chains. We'll probably be doing a lot of this sort of stuff. Dropping in on an island. Once we, like, say the Navy says, oh, there's fucking 4 ships going past such and such island. We can land, say, 1,000 Special Forces troops on that island with 1 or 2 HIMARS systems with anti-ship missiles in there and camouflage the fuck out of them. And basically make it impossible to pass.
You get people that come in and come out. I can change the chat so they
and
don't have to
also
bother us.
we could, makes sense.
42 Commander.
But I feel like also the people that come in and they leave, there's like, oh, they're talking about military stuff. Oh, let's not stick around.
Yeah,
I mean that's
fine. That's fine.
Yeah, I don't really care.
Some people don't like it at all.
I just don't like it when you get mean people that come in here, because you can get some mean people.
Yeah, definitely. On this server, that's common.
Like real bad.
Awesome.
People have been like saying shit to me, like literally on other servers, like can't.
Yeah, no, I've actually like recently in the past. Where?
Oh, it was
The servers, you mean?
Someone on here, on Blue Light server, and I said that.
Right.
I was a bit drunk and I was feeling a bit, PTSD, and I just said.
Yeah.
One of the hardest things I ever had to do was watch child SA happen in front of my eyes and not go down and shoot every fucker that did that. And this one guy said,
yeah.
So you joined in, didn't you? And I was like, what the fuck? And then he went on to smear campaign.
Fuck.
Yeah, those people, they let loss be their guide, ignore them.
They don't understand peacekeeping and peace enforcement. They don't understand that. I would rather.
You had to wait. Hold up. Do you wait? I just don't get, like, you were having to watch it, but like in person or?
On observation post.
Right. Okay, that's.
So.
Explains.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah.
No, that's very rough, man. Like I couldn't know.
It's very rough.
Australian Federal Police, we kept passing it up to them, and nothing happened.
Nothing happened?
I would try to incite them to do something violent when we walk past. That sounds.
Was this when you actually like were in combat, or like serving combat, or was it actually like when you did some more? What are you thinking of doing?
In 1975, they got their independence from Portugal, and the day after, Indonesia invaded and held the country till 1999. 1999, Timor voted for their independence. They got it, and Indonesian soldiers were seen like training militias, pro-Indonesian militias. So it was our job to go over there to kick the Indonesians out, kick the pro-militias out, then work our way down through the gangs, and eventually we were like, But there's still firefights happening there. And, there's some New Zealand. This guy doesn't matter, but some New Zealand soldiers, they got contacted by Indonesian Special Forces, and
Mhm.
they had to leave one of their mates behind. And when they fought back up to him because he was on a flank, when they got back to him, the Indonesians had left him. They cut his ears off, cut his balls
Fuck,
and
man.
dick off, and put it in his mouth, and yeah,
Jesus.
took his eyes out. And the New Zealand SAS
Hold up.
come in.
Indonesian people, they were like, so hold up. You were in Indonesia, but this was like, I was actually thinking like it was actually like just an ally or something like that. And you had Indonesian soldiers or people cut him up into pieces essentially.
Think about what happened in Ukraine. Like everyone was saying, it's not Russia.
Yeah,
It's
I get that.
Same sort of thing.
Yeah. No, like
Wolf, can I send you these codes because I'm having difficulty trying to get them activated?
codes? I mean, the codes for the game, or
Yeah, they're Steam codes. They're $20 codes.
yeah, if I can just do it to Steam, yeah, that's fine. At a game,
Okay.
it's a Steam game, right? It's just Steam, just Steam. That's fine.
Okay.
Just DM to me. Don't put it in such.
Of course. I'm not gonna do that.
No. I'm gonna get some more coffee. I was saying that ages ago.
Look up 1RAR amphibious. That was my actual infantry unit.
What's it called? What is it?
RAR and then amphibious. If you search that in YouTube, you should get it pop up.
Oh, you were on the amphibious.
Yeah.
Wow. The 1st Armored Battalion.
It's a group of 1st Australian Regiment, but then there's a group of like a task force that will be on one of those ships. You know who are good guys, but they're not special forces? Royal Marine Commandos. They're not. They're special forces capable,
Mm-hmm.
but they're not a special forces unit themselves.
Those are the guys that have seen some shit, man.
Yeah, Royal Marines.
Oh, yeah, they know what's up. They've seen it.
I've worked with them a couple of times. Probably the hardest cunts I worked with was the MARSOC, Marine Special Operations Command, Marine Raiders.
Oh, the Raiders. My God. You met the famous people.
They got along real well with our commando regiment. Same sort of thing. Did you know Australians were the first to don the green beret and coin the name commando?
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's really cool history. That's fantastic. I never knew that.
Yeah, so we have 2nd Commando Company, which has the Tactical Assault Group in it, which is for anti-terror. And then we have SASR, which is our, like, if you think the commandos were badass, you don't want to get fucking... SASR is like Delta Force. And then within that we have a squadron called 4 Squadron, which works with ASIO and the CIA. And then the only other Air Force special operations we have is combat controllers. And fuck, those cunts are smart.
Yeah.
Just trying to talk over a radio. Like, I'll give you an example. I just woke up, it was 3 a.m. and it was my turn for radio picket. Luckily, it was my turn because I was the radio signaler.
All right. Oh wait, hold up, Jacob. It's actual physical codes, physical thing. Oh,
Yeah. It's I couldn't get them to activate. I tried.
Wait, you actually had to like the. How do you get these? Like you had them laying around, or?
Yeah.
Right, fair enough. I'm going to have to download the file, download the image, and like flip it because now it's like.
Oh
on the
yes.
right.
Sorry, I can send it flipped.
No, it's fine, man. I already have it.
I was very lucky as a doctor. My skills translated to civilian life. So there was all the.
I'm trying to think of servers that we could all play on together, all three of us. Since you're Aussie and we got a Belgian and an American.
Yeah, something Central European. I don't know. Like it's not gonna work out perfectly either way because it's like.
I'm not even going to lie about this, but there was a Green Beret speaking about which Special Forces teams he liked to work with the most. And I'll find the video. He no shit said Australians like basically equivalent to us. And Belgium, for some reason, your SF are fucking next level as well. I don't know, I can't remember what his reasoning was.
Our police units are pretty high, like military standard kind of training wise. That's what I know. Like we're very highly trained federal police. Like it's on another level.
This is the aircraft carrier shelter you seized.
I can actually show you something. Like it's like just
share this and play the actual sound. Is it not working?
I can probably get it to work.
Go to my server if you want, and we can just.
Yeah, that's fine, man.
Okay. Yeah, shoot me an invite. I prefer that because I don't like the mean people in the server.
Yeah, it would be better. Either yours or mine server would be good.
I got kind of verbally jumped by like 5 shiesty guys in Britain.
Right. Diggers bunker. Okay, let's have a look.
Jacob,
That's
thank you.
Right.
It'll probably tell you random shit. I need to just fucking change it. Someone's taken.
It's okay.
Finish. Right. Fair enough. Let's join there, I guess. Can I even join the VC yet? Yeah, VC General Comms, right? That's the one.
Yeah, I'll join that one.
Alright, let's jump in there.
Can you jump in yet? Yep, sweet. Hello.
Hello, good sir.
Hello.
I can actually show you a video if you're keen.
So I'm a very military themed server. I'm assuming.
This is where.
It's literally a bunker, right?
This was literally where 2nd Commando and SAS and someone won a Victoria Cross. Victoria Cross is like a Medal of Honor.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
It's from British one, right? It's like one of the British military, I guess. Yeah. Alright, are you streaming? Okay.
Did you get those codes figured out?
I have to. 1 second. I was about to do it and then like. 1 second. Let me just do that real quick.
Sorry, I won't talk during the video.
No, it's alright. I'll just wait for you to.
That's fine. I'm just gonna give me a second. For some reason, I can't properly flip the file. It's a little weird. View application. I can do it like through Inkscape, but it's not really. Let me see if I can.
So our
Right, let's see.
operators got fucked over big time. They said they were gonna.
What is it?
One guy got charged with war crimes and he's gone to jail for murder, but it was only one guy. And,
Wait, from your unit or? No. 1 second. I'm just doing the codes.
Until today, there
Hold up, it's one of each, right? It's not both codes, just 2 of them you got. Right. Oh, it's just 2, like one is the game and one is like expansion or something.
No, they're just 2 $20 codes to buy Reforger.
Oh, so it's 2 of them. Okay, so I'm just gonna use the left one so you can have the other one.
No, I mean, the game is $40. 40 American dollars.
Oh, it's Steam codes. Okay, I didn't know. Yeah. Okay, sorry, I thought it was a game. Right, fair enough. Yeah, I was filling it as a game code. So, 1 second. Right, give me a sec.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. I'm watching.
In the summer of 2010, the US-led coalition in Afghanistan commenced offensive operations to weaken the position of the Taliban in the province of
never ever feel like a
They were using safe havens and strongholds throughout the region to exert influence over the local population. A supply route which ran through the province was fundamental to this expansion of control, as it facilitated the movement of fighters and equipment into central and southwestern Afghanistan. As part of the coalition offensive, an Australian Special Operations Task Group operating out of the town of Tarin Kot was ordered to conduct an operation into the Shah Wali Kot Valley through which a section of the supply line ran, to disrupt Taliban.
Let's see.
What I heard about this is 2 Green Beret ODA teams went into the Shah Wali Kot Valley for a bit of a reconnaissance, and they got the shit blown out of them, so they come back, and then they linked up with Aussie SAS, and they went back to kick their ass.
Did you see Kandahar?
No. I was training up to go with this unit, and then the last minute I got repurposed. I was so fucking pissed.
Hey, that's a good thing. You don't want to see that. Kandahar's bad.
Yeah, I know, but I just wanted. I mean, I'd done 2 deployments where I'd seen some shit anyway, and I trained for a year straight to go with these guys and didn't. But yeah, you're lucky. Like, I am lucky.
Activity in the area.
So I redeemed the codes.
Beginning
now I just have to make sure it's
the operation
right game I'm going to buy. That's like
from A company to
the one that was linked earlier, but
it's called Arma reforger.
Being inserted by several CH-47 helicopters onto a landing zone in the valley. Moving off the LZ, A company established themselves in the village of Shanatu, where over the course of the day, the commandos with air support by US Apache helicopters and A-10 Thunderbolt aircraft held their positions against repeated attacks by a numerically superior Taliban force.
No, it's just Arma reforger.
Eventually, with casualties mounted, the Taliban decided to withdraw to the village of Tizak in the evening of the 10th
Wait, hold on. Actually,
regroup and reorganize.
It's cheaper to buy like a bundle together with the reforger.
Oh, nice! You can get $5.
That's nice. Yeah, you can buy. Yeah, essentially, like everyone bundle. It's I'm just checking, but I think it is Arma reforger. Yeah.
Attacks the following day.
Please forgive us.
However, in the morning of the 11th of June, Australian intelligence had strong indication that several high-ranking Taliban commanders were also present in the village, and keen to develop off their success at Shanatu. The head of the Special Operations Task Group, Lieutenant Colonel Paul Burns, ordered for a kill-capture mission against the commanders to be launched immediately.
That's definitely the right one, right?
60 kilometers to the north at their base.
Hidden expansion. Okay, good.
This guy's carrying.
Right.
Oh, he's got the what is that? An M14 EBR?
Yeah, that's the guy that won the Victoria Cross.
Wow.
In Tarin Kot, a force of 5 Afghan.
I think it's actually exactly the amount that was from the gift cards because I had like about €3 in my account earlier. It's very interesting.
What a Chad to carry around it, Mark, a battle rifle.
And policemen and 25 Australian SAS operators from 2 Squadron, the Special Air Service Regiment, loaded up onto 4 US MH-60 Black Hawk helicopters and took off for their objective.
I own a regular M14.
I love them. Have you heard of the SLR, bitch? I'll show you that. The SAS in Vietnam had to cut down the SLR.
At 09:30 on the 11th of June 2010, with an armed escort provided by 2 US Apache helicopters from the 1st Battalion, the 101st Aviation Regiment, the assault force arrived over Tizak. Approaching the landing zone just outside of the village, 2 of the Black Hawks touched down under withering enemy fire to enable the 2 assault teams to get onto the ground. However, no sooner had the SAS operators exited the helicopters did they become pinned down by Taliban gunfire. At the same time, another Black Hawk landed and dropped off a 3rd SCS team on the top of a ridge, whose task it was to ensure no one left or entered the area, whilst the 4th MH-60 flew out from Tizak for 4 kilometers to secure an entry into the valley. This 4th Black Hawk, which was carrying a 6-man sniper team that was also acting as the reserve assault team, reached its objective and neutralised the Taliban outpost, before being ordered to return back to the village and reinforce the assault teams, who were still pinned down on the landing zone and sustaining casualties.
And look at that, that is asking to be ended.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's no vegetation hardly.
Imagine how busy you'd be trying to fucking counter-snipe.
Oh my gosh.
Approaching an improvised LZ, the Black Hawk, under heavy fire, touched down, enabling...
Let's just see where it's streaming.
Look how fucked they've got 1 Carl Gustav, 2 Roberts, 2 Roberts.
Could you send me this link to this video?
A 6-man team to exit the aircraft and engage the enemy. From their position, the reserve team identified the machine gun nest that was pinning down the assault force, and was able to guide one of the supporting Apache helicopters forward to silence the position. The assault teams, now able to manoeuvre, briefly linked up with the reserve team to safely evacuate 2 of their wounded, before resuming their advance onto Zach. However, no sooner had they moved off, were they pinned down again, this time by 4 Taliban machine gunners, reinforced with a dozen or so infantry. Assessing the situation, the reserve team found a way to outflank the MG nest, which they discovered to be centred around a mud-walled compound that had been turned into a Taliban strongpoint, with the 4 machine gunners located around its exterior. Leapfrogging their way forward to the compound, providing cover and fire for one another.
What a fucking boss shot that is. Pretty sure that's a Mark 48, so 7.62 minimi.
Which one are you talking? Which one are you talking about?
What he's got now.
Oh, what he's carrying?
Yeah.
That's a. Isn't that an M249 saw?
It's so we call them minimize, but yeah, it's a Mark 48 saw, so it's 7.62.
Oh, that's the big boy.
Eventually forced to get down and crawl forward as the insurgents began.
Could they look at their lack of body armor and helmets? They just don't care.
It's all that. They gotta carry all that crap.
Forced to use a small mound for cover, Corporal Ben Robert Smith, one of the 6 operators in the reserve team, realised that there was a small hut adjacent to the compound that had to be secured if his team was to continue forward. Corporal Ben Robert Smith remembered, "Jay got up on his knees and sprayed the compound, whilst I sprinted to the outbuilding. Just as I reached it, an insurgent aimed an RPG from the window. I killed him and cleared the building." Shortly after, another SES operator threw a grenade which knocked out one of the machine gun positions and momentarily stunned 2 others, providing Corporal Robert Smith a brief opportunity to move forward and take them both out. Corporal Robert Smith continued, "I started moving from the outbuilding and 2 AK-47 guys peeled back into the compound. I don't know whether it was poor training, panic, or whether he found it too awkward to swing his MG around, but the machine gunner couldn't seem to get onto me until I reached a break in the wall. By then I was already down on one knee and I shot him twice in the head. I then spotted the other machine gunner, moved a little further along the wall, dropped down and killed him as well."
I'm going to tell you a story about humanity.
With 3 of the machine gunners down, the corporal was joined by 2 other operators at the entrance to the building, who made the decision to storm in and clear the compound.
That's what it is. We use USP 45s.
Oh yeah.
Corporal
My family
Robert
has
Smith
one of
detailed
those.
this phase. D saw one insurgent inside but had a stoppage on his weapon. He made way for me and I burst in and killed the guy. I saw another insurgent in the room but had a stoppage myself. I moved along the wall while Jay entered and shot him at point blank range. Making their way further into the compound, clearing each room, the 3-man team made their way to the rear entrance, where they found the 4th Taliban machine gun post already taken out. Simultaneously as the 3 operators cleared through the compound, the other 3 members of the reserve team secured the right flank of the building, during which they engaged and neutralised an unknown number of insurgents who were attempting to flee from the area. With the main enemy strongpoint in Tazak eliminated, the assault teams linked up with the reserve team and began clearing the village, storming each building one by one in search of the high value targets.
When they're right on top of you.
What's that?
Oh really? They use it automatic. Yeah, of course. Oh yeah. That's what I admire.
By day's end, the village was declared clear of the Taliban, and despite being outnumbered 4-1 at the start of the engagement, The 25 operators from 2 Squadron, supported by the 5 Afghan policemen, had made a complete rout of the enemy forces in the Tazak area. The next day on the 12th, it was estimated that the air assault into Tazak had neutralised over 70 insurgents, including the taking down of 10 senior
See
commanders
smokes,
of the Taliban,
warheads,
whilst
you
the
know.
Australians and Afghans incurred only 2 wounded over the course of the day's fighting.
They're using the RGD-5 Russian. Must be leftovers. Go back to that, maybe like 10 seconds, or like a little forward. You see it in that picture as well. It's in the top up there. You see that? Oh no, those are the rocket propellers at the top. Yeah. I thought they were smoke grenades.
Additionally, the Australians reported 2 civilians had been caught up in the crossfire.
So what was it? 2 Australians wounded and 70 Taliban dead.
Although their wounds were assessed to have been
goodness.
minor. For his actions at Tizak on the 11th of June 2010, Corporal Ben Robert Smith was awarded the Australian Victoria Cross, whilst a further 13 operators from 2 Squadron and 2 Commando Regiment were presented with other military decorations for their courage and bravery at Tizak and Shanatu. Corporal Ben Robert Smith concludes, "I was awarded the Victoria Cross for my part in the battle, but others were decorated for acts of bravery that were equally deserving that day. Nobody knows what they did, so it's up to me, as the one in the public eye, to speak for them." Then again, the most meaningful recognition for us in the SCS comes from within, not from the public. When your fellow operators tell you that you've done something really well, it's the greatest feeling in the world.
I have to show you, this got leaked, this was pretty bad. Well, this is just leaked. And if you didn't know any better, it looks like they just keep it more.
They're probably protecting their lives.
They are Australia's elite special forces.
Yeah, man, it was bullshit. The media went to town because they saw videos like this out of context.
The lethal
and they probably just clip it to where it looks like that's not the full story.
Like, yeah, they're probably blowing up a munitions.
For more than a decade,
munitions
they were on the
depot.
front lines of Australia's longest war. For the first time, a Special Forces operative who was on these covert missions.
Victor Alpha, we believe one possible KIA.
I know that.
The other one to be confirmed. We are moving back to the south to establish an HLZ over.
Well, they're close, boss. They're close, boss.
Even when the Taliban get you bracketed like that.
If it was me, I'd be in that truck and keep moving.
Yeah, they're probably thinking, well, Taliban's SOPs are to engage regardless of size, so they probably thought these guys will keep driving.
Really? That's such a...
These
That's...
guys with, yeah, so they were taught, the younger Taliban were taught, don't ever engage the bearded men.
Oh.
Because they'll stop and do this, they'll stop and close with and fucking kill you. They won't just drive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look how casual they're getting there.
Yes, but I don't know where. Victor Charlie, this is Alpha. Can we get those Apaches in to try and identify these targets? Over. We walked into a fucking bait trap.
No, what happened? What did he say?
We've walked into a fucking bait trap.
Oh god. Oh god. That's scary.
These vehicles in front, they were called long-range patrol vehicles.
Right.
Long-range reconnaissance, but they just weren't armored enough for Afghanistan. But they would have a 50 cal Well, yeah, I don't know what you guys call it. We call it MAC 58 762 GPMG on the passenger side. They've got a 40mm automatic grenade launcher on top, or a 50 cal Barrett.
Are those 7.62 the ones that you're talking about? The first one.
No, they're different. It's a heavier machine gun.
Oh. I see. That's the grenade launcher. Oh no, that's the 50 cal.
Those are good vehicles, those Bushmasters. This guy
Yeah.
died. Todd Langley.
Oh.
His name. I mean, look at their CQB though. It's like. Put the truck.
Hello there.
Hello.
I'd be mad if I was that guy.
Sierra 5-1.
So I'm going to put some nice music on, nice techno I was listening to earlier. In the background. Oh, you listen to music? Oh. No. And then I will join. Then we'll start a game.
Hey, what do you think of this? You know how they're struggling to get people to join the army?
Yeah.
This is actually a decent video.
Moving to the FAP. You don't hear it.
I'm assuming there's no like.
You feel it.
Well, no one really probably wants to listen to music right now, but
in your heart.
Unless you do. Some like German techno, I feel like. I can just link the song in search or something. That would work, I think.
Because you know this isn't just another late night at the office.
Right.
Moving through primary area. Or another team meeting. When you're in the army, trained to defend an entire nation. Jackpot on the target. It's more than just a job. It's an ODF career. And it means a whole lot more. All signs, move now.
Hey Bennett. Could you tell me what kind of ping you get on the server? Or I can join your server, or I'm just trying to think of something where we all have good ping.
Yeah, I would say like Central Europe, like maybe Eastern Europe, would be ideal for all of us. That's like in between Australia, US, and me, I guess.
Yeah, I think we might have to do an EU server and meet in the middle.
EU server makes more sense.
That'd be too hard.
What'd you say?
Drewski server. I'll just
So
close the doors. This one thing.
An Australian Special Forces soldier has now been suspended.
I don't understand why he did this and filmed it, but watch this.
It had identified Soldier C and has suspended Soldier C.
Possibly
Now,
getting a
Defence
call
went
in,
on to say that the revelations in the
today,
Four Corners
few
report
hours.
are serious and disturbing. It added that it...
I'm not sure, like it's probably not going to be that long of a call, but we never know.
An alleged war crime caught on a helmet.
I think I'm done watching combat footage. I can't do that. It's not good for the mind.
It's been enough. It's been enough, yeah.
No, it's not good for my mind at all either.
No.